Hello traders everywhere, Adam Hewison here, co-founder of MarketClub with your midday market update for Thursday. Hard to believe this week's gone so quickly. The 14th of June. Well, let's take a look. This weekend we have the Greek elections. Is that going to be a Greek tragedy or is it going to be a Greek hooray? I just can't imagine anything good coming out of those elections, but we'll have to see. But we're going to be looking at 4 stocks on the move. That's MEAD Johnson Nutrition, CERNER, and MCKESSON, and also CVS. So we'll look at those stocks. They all gave signals on our trade trials, on our weekly trade trials. Very important. Also, let's go right to the markets. You can see it's been a very choppy session here. Let's just go a little closer. 3 months, you can see basically you just keep bum, 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 one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down, one day up. It's just undecided, but certainly the lines are drawn in terms of where we can see this market. If it goes over this level here, which we're looking at around the 35 level, 1335, it's going to be a very a push up from a base. If it goes below, let's say the 1307 level, it's going to be on the downside. So right now it's really weird and hard to tell, but you have to look at our trade triangle saying it's a 55, meaning it's a trading range. And you've got the weekly up and the monthly down, so they're conflicting each other, which is giving you this choppy action. So let's just go back to look at some markets that are on the move. These are markets we picked up with our trade triangles. And I'll show you how I did this. So we go to the trade triangles, and we search for markets with greater volume than 1 million, and we looked at the weekly signals, and we wanted them just as of today. You can search right at as of today. So boom, hit it. And, well, we got more that's come up right now, but we had fewer before. But the ones we picked up, these are, how we search, so then we sorted right here. So we wanted to see the markets that basically had a weekly signal, but also the monthly was green, indicating that the signal was a sign to get in because the major trend was still up. We came with CVS, CAREMARK, McKesson, MEAD Johnson. These are all the ones we picked up today. And we're going to be looking at those right now. So let's go back to our portfolio and take a look at those markets. These are all things I spotted using our trade triangle alert system. So here they are. Let's start with MJN. And this is actually a pretty nice pattern. You can see the market up today, up 3.27%. Nice breakout. The trend is also positive 100. Monthly, daily, weekly, all green. Very nice sign. If we scope this out a little further, let's say 2 years, you can see the trend is really been going up, and this is a continuation of that trend. So I think it's a very good place to be long. The signal was 76.53. We're currently trading at 84. Excuse me, the signal was 83.65. I beg your pardon. And it's 84.85 right now, up or down, about $1 from the signal. But nonetheless, it looks like a nice move up from this point on this stock. MJN is the symbol. And let's go to our next market. Next market we're looking at is CERN, symbol CERN. It's CERNER, and another signal there. And that signal is 81.14. We're currently trading at 81.45. Another continuation pattern, very similar to this base. It built boom up. I like the formation here. If we go to step this out a little further, you can see that's a nice trend, uptrend, longer term. So you're trading in the direction of the major trend with a signal that occurred today. And all I have to do is put this over here. You can see 614 at 81.14. So you can see exactly the price and the date, and it's today. These signals have just happened today. So let's go to the next market, and that's going to be McKesson, and that's MCK, and again, similar pattern. I'm just going to go back. The trend is up. There's the pattern. The signal was 89.45. It's 89.76, and you can see there's the signal right there, plus 100. Nice trend coming out of a base. Like the way this is acting. Looks like it wants to go higher, at least test the highs around 92. So let's go to our next market, and that's CVS. They've done a great job. And again, this is the signal we had today at 45.71. It's 45.68 right now, so it's right in that zone where you want to be a buyer. And if we scope this out a couple of years, you can see the trend is just really being just nice. It seems like every time you've got a pullback, you want to be a buyer. So just visually, you can just see we can go higher. Just no question about it. And let's just go back a little further, and you can see probably, let's just clear the screen off. Let's just go back a little further, and we can see it's really cleared this previous high, which is around 42. So it really does have some, to me, some legs to move up. It looks like it's really acting very, very well. So let's just take a look at our, that's the last stock in the four stocks we found today, and I think that's really worth looking at. You can see the price points, 84, 81, 89, 45. They're all high price stocks, but that's just the way things are right now. So looking at the next market, we're going to look at silver. And the silver market really has been, I think, a disappointment to everybody. Certainly the bulls can't get excited about it. And if we just take this in the last 3 months, you can see this pattern really isn't great at all. We've got a 55 reading indicating a trading range, which means we could see this market pop down. But you just have to look at this visually and see that it really hasn't gone anywhere. You can just draw a simple line. That's the trading pattern. We want to wait till it goes out that way or out this way before getting excited. The odds would favor a move to the downside because we've been short this market from 29.98. It's a little bit lower than that, but nonetheless, it's been indicating that the trend is down longer term. So clearing the screen, going to our next market. And the next market we're going to be looking at is going to be gold. And gold is up at an area where it should begin to find some resistance. You can see if you look at this market, this is where it had some problems right over the 1620 level to 1640. We got over the 1620 level, but we're right around that level right now. So I think this is where it's going to have some problems, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the market come back down again. So let's see how that plays out. But generally speaking, the only red triangle we have is the monthly, which is still negative, but you can see that it's beginning to shape up a little bit. These lows are actually getting a little bit higher, and the highs are getting a little bit higher. So we need to see a move over these highs here over the 1640 level to get a little bit more enthusiastic about this market. But right now it's not there. So let's just give that a sideline position for the moment. Now the next market is really interesting, is copper, and copper is really not doing too well. And copper tends to reflect the economy, but you can see just here for the past week or so, we've just been going kind of nowhere, just like this. And it's kind of nowhere land in the overbought, oversold condition, so I think this is sort of neutral, but you have to, at that point in time, you really want to rely on your trade triangles, which are indicating a 100% down reading. And I think that's a key thing to look at right now. So let's clear the screen, go to our next market. And the next market is going to be all eyes on this market for quite some time, is crude oil. And crude oil is just beginning to flatten out. We just closed pretty close to the 82 level yesterday with a little pop today, but really it's just, you can see there's little enthusiasm to push this market up. And I think that's one of the key elements to look at here. And there really hasn't been a lot of, the volume is pretty good, but there's just not a lot of enthusiasm to push this market up. So I would say go with the trend, go with the trade triangles, and those trade triangles are saying the trend is down with a minus 90 score. So looking at our next market, and that's the euro against the US dollar, and of course all eyes are going to be on this market this weekend with the Greek elections. And you can see, generally speaking, the trend, the major trend, the monthly and the weekly are still negative with a minus 85. This trend is clearly down. So I would think we could see this market just roll over that way. That's what I'm expecting will happen. So whether that happens or not, we'll have to see, but we'll rely on our trade triangles, of course. But we can also put in some other indicators, and that could be our Donchian trade channels, which you can see we're in the midpoint of the channel, which means there's plenty of room for this market to go down. And also we can put on our parabolic, which is pretty simple. The parabolic is probably what's pushing this market up for the moment. But generally speaking, the market is up towards the midpoint. May go over the midpoint a little bit like it did here, but generally speaking, that's going to be an area I think the market's going to have a problem in. So let's go to our next market, and that's going to be the, I thought we just did crude oil. Let's go to our next market. Let's go to the Reuters Jefferies CRB index. Again, this market is sort of toddling along here. We did close yesterday below the 70 level, the 270 level, which we thought was critical. We've had a little bounce today, but nonetheless, this market really needs, it would have to go over and close over the 277 level, in our opinion, to really make this market give some sort of a base. But for the time being, I think we're just flattening out, waiting for some news to kick this market off in some sort of fashion. Hey, if you didn't watch our show last night, you should take a look. It's available to all Market Club members on the blog. Some great ideas from members that came in looking at stocks, different stocks. And be sure to use our portfolio and also our trade triangle scans, which are very, very powerful, because as I say, all those stocks we just showed you, we found today using that simple strategy, over $1 million equity, over $1 million. You can do $2 million, of course, if you want to, weekly trade triangles. And we searched for just today. And as we searched, we had a bunch of them. Then we sorted them again by monthly, so we could see all the greens together, which is what we wanted. Now I'm suspecting if we go down, we're going to see all the reds together. These are signals that occurred on the downside on the weekly. You can see if I just hover over here, you can see weekly signal at 10:20 on the 6/14. That's today. So they're the ones to look at if you're bearish on the market. So nonetheless, last word is going to be our personal one-on-one Market Club coaching. Is it right for you? Well, the only way to find out is give us a call. It's a toll-free call, 877-219-1482, and the consultation is free. We'd love to hear from you. I think this can really, really help you in the second half of the year. So, hey, I'm Adam Hewison. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time with your midday market update. Have a great trading day.